Hi, my name's Phil Bloke, and I'm responsible for Dynamometers. That's NJ Froment Dynamometers, part of the Agtron Power Solutions portfolio. Today, I'm going to introduce to you our current products. That is made up of a 515 and also a 680 model numbers. The 515 is rated to 515 PS, and the 680 is 680 PS. Both models are available as either a mobile version, like in the tandem axle trailer, as you can see behind me, or there's a static version as well. The main difference really is dependent on application. If your dynamometer is going to be based within a workshop, factory facility, then really a static version is going to be more suitable for you but to a concrete base than bolted to the ground. Ideally, if you're going to be moving your dynamometer around depots or out on the farm, and we offer a tandem axle trailer. So the trailer supplied to us by Dot comes with a cast coupling on the front, which is lockable for security. You can also see that it is also braked, and that brake cable goes back to each of the axles and wheels on the trailer itself. Obviously, we have lighting, handbrake, grab handle, and jockey wheel, which we also use for setting up the dynamometer in terms of getting the correct angle on it. The trailer itself is a welded construction, welded cross members, and also galvanized to ensure that you have good corrosion resistance as well. Each of the wheels is braked, and each of the wheels and axles also has rubber suspension. That's in compression rubber suspension, again giving a very smooth towing experience. We also have the main body of the dynamometer as well. This is steel, so no fiberglass on this, all steel, which is powder coated, giving you a nice clean, sleek line and finish. Heading towards the back, we have another grab handle, which allows you to actually manoeuvre the dynamometer accurately and neatly behind the tractor, along with the prop stands as well. Prop stands, very, very important on these. At the end of the day, what we want is a good, stable dynamometer when we're putting it through the test. So using a combination of the prop stands and the jockey wheel on the front there, then we can actually take some of the weight off the tyres themselves to ensure that the dynamometer is solid as we go through our different test programs. At the back of the dynamometer, we have a lockable Werner shuttle, which, when slid up, we can see our input shaft for the gearbox of the dynamometer, allowing an input speed of around 270 up to 1250 RPM. We have different configurations here. Obviously, at the moment, we have a gearbox mounted on there, which is really multiplying the speed up, or the input speed up. But this gearbox can be removed, and we can go directly onto the dynamometer itself. This allows an input speed of up to 2200 RPM. Alternatively, if you had a lot higher input speed, then we have a reducer gearbox as well, which allows input speed of 3500 RPM. So depending on the application, you may be testing a bare engine, in which case you want to go directly onto the dynamometer. That option is there. Also within this area, we have storage for up to 5 different PTO shafts. Also, we've got our inner PTO shaft and then a selection of outer PTO shafts. And we have a selection of either 6 spline or 20 spline, 21 spline, and varying duties of those P600s or P700s depending on the application. Also around the back here, when we're actually connecting the PTO shaft, then we have a support which will actually take the weight of the PTO shaft as we're trying to connect it up onto the tractor. There is also a safety chain as well, which we have between the dynamometer and the tractor. So when the machine is actually being used, this will just ensure that the two stay together. Should anybody leave a handbrake off or there's a slight separation, then this chain will actually ensure this PTO shaft stays in situ. Moving away from the back end of the dynamometer, and bearing in mind, of course, this dynamometer uses load banks, so there's going to be heat generated within the machine. We have a smooth sliding door, because we have a vent, a vertical vent, for all the hot air to be extracted from the dynamometer. This particular door, so it is sliding. It also has the safety switch on there as well. So if the operator forgot to open that sliding door, then he would not be able to operate the dynamometer. So it is simply pressing the switch down and sliding it one way or the other. That's locked and closed. Press down, and that is there fully open. We have some big fans in there, so we don't need hydraulics, we don't need gallons of water for actually cooling this machine. It is very very clean in that all we're using is cold air. Moving around to the front of the dynamometer, we're now into the business end. Within here, we've got several cables. The first cable would be power supply, so 230 volt, single phase, 16 amp. That's for actually powering up the dynamometer and the fans. We also have within there a green lead. That's what we refer to as our IHT lead, and that will be connected from the dynamometer to our Sigma control unit as well. When we actually plug the power in, we should actually get a yellow light on there saying that we have power from land to the dynamometer. We also have a stop and reset button there, and also the start button for the dynamometer as well. The dynamometer comes with the Sigma control unit, and from there we can actually go for an upgrade. We can use our Dynatest software, which is PC based. That allows additional functionality, but certainly if you want to be saving customer machine information, test information, and of course we have a database on there as well with tractor models and horsepowers and torques, but also the opportunity to actually print off any of that data as well. And then on the right hand side, we also have our Sigma BT or Bluetooth unit. This could be plugged into our IHT, and then that would be paired up to our laptop. But that will remove the requirement for the 10-meter cable. So if you wanted to work remotely within the tractor or a support vehicle or service workshop, then you get 10 to 15 meters distance with that Bluetooth connectivity.